In the heart of a small town lay an old bowling alley, its neon lights flickering in the darkness like ethereal spirits dancing in the night. The alley had a reputation for being haunted, with whispers of ghostly apparitions and chilling tales that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to venture inside. Through the years, 3 terrifying incidents had occurred that had solidified the bowling alley's place as a hotbed of supernatural activity. The tale of the vanishing bowler. It was a cold, misty night when Sarah, a seasoned bowler, decided to test her skills at the haunted lanes. She had heard the stories but dismissed them as mere superstition, confident in her abilities to conquer any challenge thrown her way. As she stepped onto the polished wooden floors, a sense of unease washed over her, but she pushed it aside and focused on the game ahead. The first few frames went by smoothly, with Sarah effortlessly knocking down pins with precision. But as the game progressed, she noticed a figure in the corner of her eye, a bowler dressed in outdated clothing, his face shrouded in shadow. She blinked, and he was gone, dismissed as a trick of the dim lighting. Feeling a chill run down her spine, Sarah tried to shake off the lingering sense of dread that had settled in the pit of her stomach. As she prepared for her final frame, a hush fell over the alley, the air heavy with foreboding. With a deep breath, she released the ball, watching as it rolled down the lane towards the pins with calculated precision. But as the ball struck the pins, a deafening crack echoed through the alley, and in an instant, the bowler vanished into thin air. Sarah stood frozen in shock, the realization dawning upon her that she had just witnessed a ghostly presence. In the days that followed, Sarah could not shake the memory of the vanishing bowler, his haunting gaze etched into her mind. She vowed never to return to the haunted lanes, haunted by the knowledge that she had come face to face with the supernatural. The curse of the ghostly scoreboard. The second incident occurred on a moonless night when a group of friends decided to challenge each other to a friendly game of bowling. Among them was Alex, a skeptic who scoffed at the tales of ghosts that supposedly roamed the alley. As the group settled into their game, laughter and friendly banter filled the air, dispelling any lingering traces of unease. But as the game progressed, strange things began to happen. The scoreboard flickered erratically, numbers shifting and rearranging themselves in a macabre dance. Alex's name, in particular, seemed to writhe and contort, changing from one moment to the next. His friends looked on in horror, realizing that they were no longer playing a mere game of bowling, but were entangled in a malevolent force beyond their understanding. As the final frame approached, the air grew thick with tension, the ghostly scoreboard casting an eerie glow over the alley. With a sense of unease gnawing at his insides, Alex released the ball, watching as it hurtled down the lane with increasing speed. But as the ball made contact with the pins, a deafening shriek pierced the air, the sound reverberating through the alley as the scoreboard cracked and shattered into a million pieces. In the chaos that ensued, the group of friends fled the alley, their minds reeling from the encounter with the cursed scoreboard. Alex, in particular, could not shake the feeling that the ghostly presence still lingered, a spectral reminder of the darkness that dwelled within the haunted lanes. The haunting of Lane 13. The final, most chilling incident occurred on a stormy night when the bowling alley lay abandoned, its doors locked and windows darkened against the furious wind and rain. In the depths of the night, a lone figure approached the alley, drawn by a force beyond comprehension. It was Emily, a paranormal investigator fascinated by the tales of the haunted lanes and determined to uncover the truth behind the ghostly phenomena that plagued the alley. As Emily stepped inside, a sense of dread washed over her, the air heavy with the weight of centuries-old secrets. She navigated the darkened corridors, her flashlight casting long shadows that seemed to dance and shift with a life of their own. But as she reached lane 13, a shiver ran down her spine, the air growing cold and oppressive around her. With a steady hand, Emily began her investigation, determined to uncover the truth behind the hauntings that plagued the alley. But as she delved deeper into the darkness, she realized that she was not alone. Whispers echoed through the alley, a chorus of lost souls longing to be heard, their presence suffusing the air with an otherworldly energy. As Emily approached the end of lane 13, a figure emerged from the shadows. A spectral bowler, his eyes dark and hollow, his presence exuding a malevolent aura. She stood frozen in place, unable to look away from the ghostly apparition that had materialized before her. With a chilling gaze, the bowler raised his arm, beckoning her closer with a silent command. In a moment of bravery, Emily stepped forward, her heart pounding in her chest as she braced herself for what lay ahead. But as she reached out to touch the ghostly bowler, he vanished into thin air, leaving behind a sense of emptiness and loss that lingered long after his spectral form had dissipated. In the days that followed, Emily shared her findings with the town, recounting her encounter with the ghostly bowler of lane 13. The alley lay abandoned, its doors locked against the prying eyes of the curious, a haunting reminder of the darkness that dwelled within its walls. And so, the three terrifying incidents that occurred at the haunted bowling alley remained etched in the minds of those who had witnessed them, a chilling reminder of the unknown forces that lurked beyond the realm of the living. The tales of the vanishing bowler, the cursed scoreboard, and the haunting of lane 13 would be passed down through generations, a testament to the enduring legacy of the haunted lanes and the secrets that lay buried within their depths. And as the neon lights of the bowling alley flickered in the darkness, casting long shadows that seemed to dance and shift with a life of their own, one thing was certain: the haunted lanes held many more mysteries yet to be uncovered, their ghostly inhabitants waiting in the shadows for those brave enough to venture inside.